Hey everyone, today we'll be exploring the bug type that scanners cannot catch, that is, business logic vulnerabilities. So, this type of bug are usually the kind of app where the app works as intended but not as expected. So, to find this kind of bugs, you really need to have a good understanding of the application. So, we are going to look at some reports and vlogs and try to understand how this works and how you can find them while bug hunting. So, let's get into it. So, the first one we have here is this report that is reported to LinkedIn in 2022. The title goes: an attacker can flag draft job post and can disclose the draft job post details. Basically, an attacker can see the details of the job posts that are supposed to be draft and not public. So this is like unauthorized data disclosure. So it also says that this is similar to this report, which has been resolved. I think we should have a look at that first, because it seems like the attacker found this one after there was something missing in the patched version. Okay, so this was reported in May 26, 2022. Can access the job name, creator name, and can report any draft, under review, or rejected job. So, the application has a functionality using which a user can report a job if he found the job is misleading, spam, or fraud, which is a common behavior or supposed to be behavior. So, using this feature, the attacker can report any unlisted, like draft, under review, or rejected job. After reporting the job, the victim will receive an email from LinkedIn Trust and Safety Team saying, "We reviewed the report and here's what we did." This discloses the name of the user, his profile link, who posted the job, and once you click on the View Your Report button of the email, it will redirect you to the reporter's page, which is this particular path with the report ID, which discloses the name of the rejected draft or under review job. So as you can see here, the option to report this job, and once you report this job in an hour, you'll get an email. So in the email, this contains information. Let me zoom in a little bit. It says, "Thank you for reporting this particular person's job." And then when you click on View Your Report, it will disclose information such as, wow, that's really huge now. Okay, so information such as this, the name of the person who reported it, and the location as well. So these are supposed to be jobs that are draft, not public, and you shouldn't be able to see that, right? And this is the vulnerable request. So it's a post request, job posting ID, and here's the back. An attacker can report any unlisted job and can access the name of the creator. So here are some steps as well. Log into account and go to any posted job, and it has this particular path which contains the ID. Now open any rejected draft or under review job using the job ID. So here comes the vulnerability when you actually report and intercept the vulnerable request by clicking on this button. So this was reported and resolved, but again, there was something wrong in the patch, which led to this new report. So when you click on report this job, you capture the request in burp, and it's going to look like this. For the sake of testing, let's say you have created another account where you have a job post that is in drafted phase. From there, you know the ID. Though these IDs are numerical, it's easier to guess them, but still. To make our testing easier, it would be just to take the ID from the second account and then put it over here after the job posting and send the request. And if you get an email which contains the job owner details and stuff, then it is a bug. It wasn't supposed to happen. And this happened in the first report, means the original one, which is this one. And now what happens in this report, which is the 16th one, is that even though it was resolved, you don't get the email this time, you get a notification. And the notification still exposes some information like job details, name of the company, etc. details. But not the profile information, I guess, this time. So this time there is no email, but the app notification still leaks job info like title, company name, etc. So I think it's a really good idea to analyze other people's reports and see if it is patched properly or not. So maybe you can find some more bugs. I think this guy was analyzing and he saw this report which was resolved and then made public. As you can see, this guy reported it in May 26, 2022, and this guy reported it in August 21. It does set some good example like how you should try analyzing the bugs which has been reported already if you're hunting on the same target and see if it is patched properly or not. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. The next one is actually a blog, so we're going to read this blog. And this was posted in 2024, so it's last year. And it's about how a business logic vulnerability led to unlimited discount redemption. So let me zoom in a little bit. I hope it's visible. Okay, so we have a little introduction here about what business logic vulnerability is. So it's a flaw stemmed from design and coding mistake and how input data is processed, failure to validate assumptions, most of the time it's assumptions, gaps in the handling edge cases, race conditions, and other coding errors. So these vulnerabilities allow an attacker to circumvent or abuse legitimate application functionality, like gaining unauthorized access to data or functionality. For example, in the last report, we got unauthorized access to data. Modifying application data in violation of constraints, conducting unauthorized transactions or operations, bypassing rate limit, quotas or other restrictions, or escalating privileges inappropriately. I don't know. I need more context in this one. Anyways. Also, guys, if you have found any business logic vulnerabilities, let me know in the comment section. Okay, let's read this section. It's an example. HackerOne's activity resources showcases disclosed vulnerabilities on the HackerOne platform. Check it out to see how specific weaknesses have been identified and fixed. Okay, so the customer was Stripe, vulnerability type is business logic error, and the severity is medium. So hacker Ian discovered a business logic vulnerability where fee discounts on Stripe could be redeemed multiple times, resulting in unlimited free transactions. Okay, that is nice. While somewhat unconventional, the hacker is a real Stripe customer and used his real Stripe account to test the discovery. He must be just using it and thought, okay, let's just test it out. It happens sometimes, guys. So as impact, Ian was offered a fee discount of $20,000 in Stripe transactions. Stripe support applied the offer to his account and he was shown a prompt to accept the fee discount in his dashboard. Ian used the Turbo Intruder extension within Burp Suite to make the rapid request in parallel to accept the discount. He called the endpoint 30 times and each time the discount was applied successfully to his account. So basically no rate limiting, resulting in $600,000 of fee-free transactions. That's crazy. Okay. Is this report public? Yeah, it has to be. So here we have this report that was reported in 2023 to Stripe. So if I want to explain to you what happened in short here, so basically Stripe had a special offer that gave a $20,000 fee discount on transaction for certain users. This researcher, Ian, used his actual Stripe account and tested this offer and found a vulnerability. Basically, he could accept the discount offer multiple times using Burp Suite Turbo Intruder. So he tested this out using Burp Suite Intruder, and he was able to apply $600,000 worth of fee-free processing to his account instead of intended $20,000. And that's why it's called a business logic vulnerability. So here's the target endpoint that is Ajax accept fee discount offer. I think he added the HTTP request. Yep, here it is. So it's a post request to this endpoint along with the token, and it also contains an ID. So this is the unique ID, which is associated with a particular user. And you can send multiple requests to this using this endpoint to get that offer. So to test this out, Ian made 30 requests to the endpoint, and Stripe applied the fee discount every time. And there was no limit. If you want to read this out yourself as well, I'll provide the link in the description. Okay guys, let's move on to another one. And here we have a different report, which was reported in 2019 by this researcher, Brasudo7, I think. Okay, while testing the Android application, I found a business logic flaw by using which a non-premium user can update or change the retailers whenever and whatever retailers he wants to. So the Curve application has functionality, this was reported to Curve, called Earn Curve Cash. A non-premium user can select only 3 retailers, where a premium user can select 6 or more retailers at a time. A business logic flaw exists at this endpoint by using which a non-premium user can update, change already existing retailers, and can use cashback with all the retailers associated with Curve application. A little bit confusing. Let's read the steps to understand better. Log into non-premium user account. Navigate to Earn Curve Cash. And you can select only 3 retailers, because that's the limit for the non-premium user. You have now added 3 retailers to your account, and you don't have any option to edit or update the added retailers. Now, go back to Earn Curve Cash functionality again and make sure to capture the request and response. So this is the get request to version 1, rewards, user, programs, and a UUID. Okay, and this is a response which contains some data like merchant's ID, country, and some more IDs like category ID, percentage, name. Okay, now choose a response body with below JSON content and turn off the burp interception. So basically remove all that data from the response and leave the merchant value empty. So basically you are removing from here, from here to here. Yeah, this is the part that you are removing because this is the retailer's information. That are 3 retailers. Okay, after removing that, send this request, and now again you can select any 3 new retailers and click on confirm. You have now successfully updated/changed the retailers and used the cashback on all the retailers associated with Curve application. Wow, so this is like response manipulation, where the actual behavior was that a non-premium user can add up to 3 retailers and get cashback from them. But you can also remove that and add new retailers by changing the response JSON data, and you'll get new cashback for the new 3 retailers. That's crazy. That's a really nice bug. So here we have this little video. Let's watch. I downloaded the video because it was taking too much time to load in the browser. Okay, so here's the application. In the card section, here we have earn curve cash. There we can add retailers. So turn on the intercept, see retailers, and over here intercept the response to this request. And in the response we have this merchant data. If you can forward this, you'll see that the retailers are added, which is up to 3. Now capture the request again. 3 retailers, response to this request, and this time gotta remove all of it and just copy paste. Wow, this is the wait, I never saw this version of the hacker one. Damn. Okay, let's get back. Now to changing it, forward the request and forward this as well. Pretty much forward everything. And you can see, okay, I thought it will remove, but it didn't remove, it just added more. So there are 3 and there are 3 more added. And now there are total up to 6 retailers. Okay. And now you can get 1% cashback on each one. So these are the new ones, I guess, that were added. Cool. Okay guys, these were the few vulnerabilities that I wanted to discuss with you. I hope you enjoyed it and you learned something new. And don't forget to test it in your next pen test or your bug hunting journey. This type of bugs can be really creative because these are some few examples, but in different applications there could be different way of exploiting this. Maybe sometimes you even see it and you don't know that if it is actually a bug or not. In such cases, just think if this was supposed to happen or not. If this wasn't supposed to happen, then it's a bug. Just explore and spend your time on it. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.